Welcome to Grayson County High School for matchup number 2 of the day here from the high school soccer fields, as it'll be the Cougar boys taking on the Barren County Trojans. And a good evening here and welcome to Grayson County High School, as it should be a great matchup here in game number 2. Barren County 1-1, Grayson County 1-1. Of course, the Cougars had a big win on Friday, taking down arch rival Edmonson County 3-2. They lost last week to Nelson County, also 3-2, so they've kind of flopped in their 2 games, so it's been pretty much even. For Barren County, they lost to Russell County as well to open up their year 3-2. It's something about those 3-2 games. And they beat, though, Monroe County last night to pick up their first win of the season, 8-0. Sam Gormley here with you on the call, your K105 Digital Productions crew of Trey Cook and Eli Smith are here to bring it for you. We had some technical difficulties in game number 1. I believe that our crew has put our heads together and fixed those for game numero dos of the day. Here on the pitch, looks like Grayson County is going to start with the ball as we wait for the whistle to blow and getting underway here in this matchup. Both teams looking for win number 2. Or maybe we'll just go with a good old-fashioned tie and have us all be at 1-1-1. We wait for the whistle to blow us, and we are underway here in game number 2 of the day here between Grayson County and Barren County. The Cougars 1-1, coming in off of their first win of the season, as is Barren County coming in off of their first win of the season against Monroe County. Too much on the touch. Sent out by Caleb Longo for Barren County. That's how we get underway. I'm not sure that I could ask, head coach Ethan Sulzman for Grayson County and Bobby Nycan for Barren County, say, hey, it is August the 15th. Give me what weather you'd like. I'm not sure that they could draw up much better than 70 degrees. It is perfect here at Grayson County High School for this game here on August the 15th. I was telling someone earlier that usually our August the 15th game is at least 95 million degrees. And 70, sign me up for this. I mean, just give me this, 365 days a year. Barren County's got it on the far side of the pitch. Nice roll up over to the far side. Chased down and kicked out by Grayson County. As that was Alex Skaggs that was able to do it back. Just a little over a minute into the game here between Grayson County and Barren County. Rolling through. And it bounces off the leg of the Cougars' Connor Lee. Aiden Lee for Grayson County is not in the game right now. He's one of their leading returning scorers for the Cougars. For Grayson County, the leading scorers on the year so far, Will Johnston and Connor Lee each have 2 goals. Wyatt Clemens has the other one. For Barren County, 3 goals leads the way for Logan Gerber. Gerber is the sophomore number 5 out there in the maroon kits. Coming in, sends right up into the air, and it's going to go out of bounds. And a goal kick will come for the new Grayson County keeper, Thomas Haycraft. 23 saves, 5 goals allowed on the young season. That keeper position has been one that has been somebody that usually when they take it, it's been multiple years. The Cougars have been lucky in having, Jackson Kane for the past couple of years, Brady Hubery for a couple of years prior to that, and having consistency at that keeper position and not having a lot of turnover, which is huge. For Barren County, the keeper in net today is Caleb Self, wearing, looks like purple in the net tonight for the Trojans. Into the box, it goes over top, and Haycraft just watches it sail over top of the goal. Barren County, I do believe I did hear somebody say that these are brand new kits that they're wearing today. First time, and might have even heard something about it being like the first day that they've even had them. They were able to pull them out. I like them. Maroon and gold. And ball goes out of bounds. Or it was out. At first I thought it was out, and then they kept on going as Logan Broom tried to fool the official here on the near side, who said, not so fast. Cameron Shores for Barren County. Rolls it through. Nice ball through, but good defense on the inside. Sending it out was Alex Skaggs. Sends off, rolls in, and bouncing around, still alive on the inside, and it is cleared out by Grayson. Somehow that ball did not find its way in the net. The Grayson County defense stays alive. Great job. I don't know how it didn't find its way in. As in there defensively, I think Logan Broom was like a brick wall, making sure it did not get through him. Also, Connor Lee was in there. Ball up through. Here comes Kaysen Williams. He's got a run on it. Kaysen Williams with an opportunity early, but the defense closes for Barren. What a chance there for Grayson County. And it goes out. Be a kick coming for Grayson. And it will be taken by the senior Wyatt Clemens. The right-footed kicker. Puts it up, tapped up into the air. Getting ahead on it was Cameron Shores. Clemens comes back. Taps it back to Aiden Bradley. Will Johnston, whose older sister, Jillian Johnston, was a phenomenal striker for the Lady Cougar soccer team. Will Johnston sends it on the bounce. It's picked up by Caleb Self. Self picks up his 15th save of the year. He's allowed 3 goals on the season. Tristan Brooks, you also might see in the goal. He has 1 save on the season. Just about 6 minutes into the game, no score early between Grayson County and Barren County. Appreciate you taking the time to tune in to tonight's broadcast here on the K105 Facebook and YouTube channels. Ball pops straight up over to the far side, and there it cleared up is Paul Edberg. You got a couple of Edbergs on this team. You got John, Paul, and Allen all out there for Barren County. John and Allen are both seniors. Paul is a junior. Cougar defense. Alex Skaggs almost got it out of bounds, but kept it a little bit. Now it will end up traveling out off of Barren, right in front of the Cougar training table. Ball heads out of bounds. Pops up and off. Keeping it alive is Clemens. Head comes in, Kaysen Williams. Williams' hair flying in the air. A couple players hit the turf, but it stays alive. Down here to the captain, John Edberg. Or no, rather that was Dean Fant. Defense by Alex Whitaker. Cougar defense has been good early. Making sure this Barren County attack can't go any further, as the Trojans will have a couple of subs to come in at the next stoppage of play. Rolls into the box, a chance coming in, and it's into the back of the nets. Goal for Dean Fant, and Barren County takes an early 1-0 advantage. Barren takes a 1-0 advantage in this matchup here against Grayson County. It is 1-0. Trojans on top, 31 minutes and counting. Out left here in the opening half. Grayson has had a couple of opportunities to strike early, but haven't been able to capitalize. Barren had a couple as well. Finally was able to put one in. Brandon Baxter comes in for the first time for Grayson County. He's rocking the headband out for the Cougars. Kickoff by Haycraft. Comes back through, ball through. Williams showing off the speed. Can't get there quite in time. But there was Broom. Barren County going the wrong direction. Kicks it off, but it goes off the chest of Broom. Tried to keep it alive. Could not do it. Up to the near side. Grayson did make a little bit of contact, but Hunter Johnson on the run, runs into a Cougar defender, chips it over top, and it'll go a little too long, and it's offsides regardless. And offside is going to be the call, and it'll head towards Grayson on the kick from the keeper. One nothing. Sent back, nice header by John Edberg, and it's sent into the Grayson County fandom. I know the Lady Cougar volleyball team is just about in action, as they were probably starting just about any moment against Apollo tonight. Haycraft picks it up on the low bounce. Up the far side, Grayson County's Connor Lee, and it'll roll out and a throw in coming for the Trojans. Trojans coached by Bobby Nykamp, assisted by Gary Edberg. "29 minutes and counting." Slaps off the side of Will Johnston. And was it offside? It was, I believe, was the call. Offside called against the Trojans. And I know offside is one of those, if you're not a true soccer fan, it is difficult on how to truly describe it. And it's one of those things like, you know it when you see it. I think that was a Ted Lasso line there. It's when the offensive player is behind the furthest defensive player when the ball is kicked is the best way. But it's one of those things that if you actually see it, it makes it a whole lot easier to actually describe it. But if you had, about 12 minutes into the second game of the season for my first Ted Lasso reference, we're talking about soccer, that would be a longer than I probably would have given myself. Good show, slide tackle. Austin Crane was the one that set it in. Slaps off the face of a Cougar. Wyatt Clemens absorbing that, and he's going to have to take a few seconds. Well, one of our first headshots of the day. That does not feel good. Corner for Barren. On the far side, it'll go out of bounds. It'll turn into a goal kick for Grayson County. We got a sub in for the Cougars. It'll be Mason Fletcher, the senior. to get some of his first minutes of this match early. Tell you, now that the sun is gone behind the clouds and dipped beyond the horizon, the temperature's really dropped, and if anything, it might be getting a little chilly by the end of this day. Who'd have thunk that we'd be on August the 15th and complaining that it might be chilly at a soccer game? And I am going to be the last one that will complain about that because I'm done with the heat. Ball up through, and we have a whistle blown. And it is going to be a foul called on Barren, I believe it's the whistle. A little bit of a tug there, trying to slow down Grayson Williams. I'm a little surprised they didn't play advantage there to give Williams a chance to run it down, but they did not. Remember, you can also watch this matchup on the K105 YouTube channel. It's probably the best way. You can cast it to your smart TV and watch it on the big screen. Ball sent into the far side. Clemens tries to run it in, but it's picked up on the low bounce by the keeper herself. Rolls through, cleared back. 1-0. Barren has the lead about 15 minutes into our opening half. Rolling through, and slide tackle comes in, and it'll be a goal kick coming. Bang, bang play, and Wyatt Clemens makes a good defensive play. He's been a stalwart for the Cougars defensively. Comes through. Will Johnston. Johnston, a nice move. Tried the ball back through. Great ball. Wasn't ready for it on the inside, though, was Grayson Williams. It'll go out of bounds. Throw in coming Grayson. Rolling through. Ball up, Clemens. Again, just really solid defender is Wyatt Clemens. Knows what he's doing on the inside, and he's going to be somebody that, as a senior for Ethan Salzman, he is going to be really tough to replace. Subs in Barren to send multiple players back into the match. In fact, now the wind's starting to blow a little bit. It is getting, for middle of August. In fact, I see, a bunch of people have come prepared in sweatshirts, which, again, I was not expecting here in the middle of August. But, again, you will not hear any complaints from me. When just a couple of weeks ago it was 95 degrees, and in fact next week it's going to be back into those 95-degree temperatures, and I'm sure all these players are going to be wishing they were back tonight. I mean, this is perfect weather for soccer. I give them this 24/7. It's not too hot. We've been at some soccer games where it has been brutally cold. We've been at some soccer games where it has been pouring rain. Nice ball on the inside, tripped around. Here comes an attempt for Barren, chips over top, and it goes wide right for Logan Gerber. He was looking for goal number 4 of the season, but it goes wide to the right. Because of that, though, it is there's been a great fan turnout here tonight. I mean, there's fans on both sidelines. I know we've got at least one camera that'll show you the fans. We can maybe bring you to that at some point to show you the fans and what they got. Off the foot of Griffin Reynolds. Out of bounds, throw in quick coming for Barren. Goes through, and it might have been touched by Gerber, and it ends up going out, and it will now turn into a goal kick here for Grayson. As it was kind of weird on the throw-in, as Gerber just kind of let the ball go by, and Grayson County's defense was able to come back in. One nothing. Barren County has the advantage here, and I think we did have a handball called against Grayson as it was whistled there on Hayden Bradley, the senior. Kick coming for Barren County. Looks like it will be taken by Logan Gerber, the sophomore. Gerber on the ground. It stopped. The follow is wide left. But it was tapped out by Grayson, so a corner kick will come, taken here by the Trojans. Corner kick coming on the near corner. Kick coming, it's sent into the box, sent straight up into the air. And Grayson tried to make a play on it, but it's still alive for the Trojans. Header back out. Rolls around, and Travis Haycraft is in and slides, and I'm glad when he slid, he immediately reached down to the to grabbing at the ankle. I was a little worried that he might have hurt himself. Kason Williams running down on it. He slips into the wet grass. We talked about it in the first game. Even though it rained only just a little bit last night, the grass here is very wet. It hadn't been much of a factor in either game that we've played today, but it has been noticeable. Far side, kicked out. Nice defense by Wyatt Clemens. Max Bennett was in. New player into the game for the Cougars of Grayson County. Looks like Andrew Hanshaw. Goes out of bounds, throw in for the Trojans right underneath the scoreboard there. Rolls and pops up, picked up on the backside. On the run, it'll go out by Logan Broom. And we'll have a throw-in coming. Actually, it's off of Barren, so it'll be a throw-in Grayson. Not a great throw-in, though, and it goes back to Barren, but Grayson gets it back. Sends it back into the middle. We got a run down here for Grayson. Will Johnston being chased by the defender who grabs him high, and they don't. Do they play at advantage? They blew the whistle. Johnston puts it into the back, but I think they blew the whistle. And we might have a card on this. Probably should have played advantage. And Johnston's grabbing at his neck because the Barren County player did reach high. It will not be carded, but it was a high reach around the neck. Will Johnston gets the chance to send it in. Hand in the air. Sends it to the box. It's a good ball. Over top, though, of the hands of the keeper self. He just put a little bit too much on it. It goes all the way through. That might have just been one there for the official that should have just let the ball keep on playing and played advantage. Sometimes that happens. Alex Whitaker. Now to Logan Broom for Grayson. There, Wyatt Clemens on the defense sends it back here towards us, and luckily it had some more curvature on it and didn't come quite rolling towards us. About 16 minutes left here in the first half of play from Grayson County High School. It is 1-0. Barren County had the goal just about 15 minutes ago to take the lead. Kick coming for the Trojans. Cameron Shores has it set up at first to take it, and looks like he will be the one to do so. Cougar setting up the defense. Shores rolls it in, but right there on one bounce, Thomas Haycraft is there to pick it up. Ball goes out of bounds. Picks in and whistle blown, and it'll go towards Grayson County here. We want to invite you, though, to remember to join us on Friday evening as the Cougar football team will travel to Edmondson County. That'll be the first game of the new season for the Cougar football team. New district, new season, new schedule for the Cougars. But, of course, got to have Grayson County, Edmondson County in the Tobacco Bowl. Our coverage will begin with the Locker Room Show that day at 6:30 on K105 Radio, and also right here via K105 Digital Productions. Rolls in on the bounce. Haycraft bobbles, recovers, and grabs it. So be sure you join us for all of the action. Myself, Kaylor Decker, and the K105 crew will be with you. And what should be an exciting Grayson County football season. Rolls through, and on the roll, picked up there by Haycraft. Johnston up the near side. Johnston hit it. It smacks off of John Edberg's leg. And you can hear that, and that's why they wear the shin guards. You hear that from here. Again on the bounce, Haycraft picks it up. Haycraft very busy over these last couple of minutes in the goal. Down to the near side, Whitaker runs it down. Can they set it up? Go out of bounds, throw in, coming for Barren County. Grayson County tried to sell that it was their throw in, but it'll actually go towards the Trojans. Over to the far side, Barren has it. 13.5 left here in the first half. Off of Wyatt Clemens' shin. In front of the scores table in that far corner. See, Mr. Spirit isn't here anymore. He might have moved into the gym for the volleyball game. I know he likes to move around. I'm not sure. I see trainer Scott Ballman. He has the golf cart, and he usually moves around. I'm not sure if he took Mr. Spirit over to the volleyball court, and it very well could have been that Mr. Spirit walked over and said, like, chop, chop, Scott, like, get to it. Like, you work for me, and that is the truth. Comes back out of bounds. Barren County's got it. 1-0. Sends into the box over top, and it ends up bouncing off of, I think, a Cougar, so I think we're going to have a corner kick coming. I think it ended up going off of Will Johnston. And it'll be a corner. Here comes the corner kick. Off into the box, over top, pops off here towards Grayson. Whitaker. Ball through, nice ball movement by Whitaker. Whitaker falls down. He's a little slow to get up. Back into the middle for Trojans. Whitaker still a little slow, and it heads out of bounds. One nothing. 11 minutes left here in the first half. Been a good first half of play here. Grayson County's defense has had it, but the couple of opportunities that Grayson has had, Barren is able to have an answer. Cougars haven't had many, but they've answered each one. And Barren had just the one goal. Substitution in here for the Trojans. And also in for Grayson County, a couple of them. Re-entering is Kason Williams and also Brandon Baxter. I like the headband for Brandon Baxter. I think he's the only one out there on either team wearing the headband. I'm a fan. I know that on the football team, you got a couple of kids that wear it, including, wide receiver Jaden Kinney, who works on our crew sometimes. He rocks. He's a headband guy. I think it all depends on the length of your hair, too. I think you got to be a certain length to be able to wear the headband. Sliding down was Shores. He tried to do the run on it, but might have slipped. A little too much. Smith couldn't get there. Johnston on the throw-in, tried to get it to Whitaker, but sent right back out of bounds, and we'll do it again. Johnston picks it up himself, throws it in. I think the spot was vacated by Whitaker. Johnston's able to get it back. Will Johnston ball up through? Can Whitaker get there in time? He will do so. He will in the middle. Whitaker gives it back now to Johnston. Can Johnston get it back towards the middle? But it's taken good defense there by the Trojans and a great ball up. Grayson, though, sends it right back in. Preston Gary was a player that did that. And Preston Gary's he's more like the Rambo headband, though. I like it. He's been a defender and hadn't been up this far quite yet. Throw in for the Cougars. Throw in coming for Grayson County. And it'll head back towards our way, and here come the Trojans. Comes through and rolls off. Giving it back to Griffin Reynolds. Over the far side, it rolls and out of bounds. 1-0. Grayson County trails Barren County. Here come the Cougars. Williams. Off to Whitaker. Whitaker chips it in, and it's picked up on the bounce by Caleb Self. It's a chance for Grayson. Just couldn't put it quite into the back of the net. 1-0. Smacks off of the chest of Kason Williams. You could hear that, a collective ooh from the Barren County fans who were sitting right in front of where that happened. Williams tried to get it up to Whitaker. Didn't get quite enough on it. Williams, though, has it back on the outer edge of the box. Williams tried to split the defenders on the dribble. Grayson's controlling the possession a little bit more in this sequence. And Barren just smacks it back to Caleb Self to try it again. Slide tackle, a good one too, by Alex Skaggs. Comes through up that far side, Barren County, Cameron Shores. Ball sends up through, into the air, it sends. Haycraft tries to make a play on it, can't, but on the second chance, grabs it. Thomas Haycraft. And immediately Barren kicks it out of bounds. Nice play by the ball kid to make sure. Oh, I thought he had it, but he didn't. He had it at first before it rolled down the hill, but it ended up bouncing off of his hand. First was a real nice play. In fact, actually, that's Aiden Lee over there. That wasn't the ball kid. That's Aiden Lee, who was almost made a real nice play on the grabbing the ball. Aiden Powell. Ball sent up through. Will Johnston will have a run on it. Can he put it back into the middle? He chips it off, and it is picked up over top of the goal. Alex Whitaker knows he missed it. Alex Whitaker knows he missed one there. He had a great opportunity, and one that he probably would have liked to have had back. Wyatt Clemens for Grayson County. Under 5 minutes left here in the opening half. Barren County had the early goal, but since that point it has been very quiet. Both teams have had their opportunities. Neither one has been able to get through. It's Powell. Out of bounds, Grayson County throw in. Clemens will be the one to take it. Far side on the low bounce. Haycraft just uses his feet this time, since it's a Clemens. Off into the middle, rolls, diving stop made by Thomas Haycraft. Haycraft been good in the goal. Will Johnston just running this inside. Barren County's defense takes it back away, though. Fant doing a great job. That ball was coming in. I was ready for it, but the Barren County fans have set up right in front of us, which I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of. They block in our view, but they protected us for the ball. I guess we got a little wall. We've built a wall here in Grayson County around the K105 crew. Under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Spinning around is Travis Haycraft. Preston Gary tried to go high to knock it down. I think his glasses fall off. He's able to put them back on as he's running. The ball takes a weird bounce and is still alive for Barren in the near corner. Now it does end up going out. We're going to have a throw-in coming. Goes out of bounds on that far side off of Grayson. We'll have a throw-in coming. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Slides out, corner kick coming for Barren County on the far side of the pitch. Corner taken by Barren in that dark far corner. Good one in. Attempted ahead is missed. And a foot race to the ball is won by the Trojans. Got about a minute left here in the opening half. It's a foot race to the ball. Can Grayson County win it? Will Whitaker get there first? He will not. Closing speed for the Trojans, wins it off. Grayson has really played a lot better, and here comes another chance for the Cougars. It's rolling off to the right and picked up. The chance by Connor Lee. Tell you, the momentum in this match has really flipped in these last couple of minutes. Grayson has had a lot of opportunities here over these last about 5 minutes. The Cougars have really taken it. Have been able to find one in the back of the net, but now they can't let an opportunity come through here. And great defense by Gary. Can't let one to close in here in these final 20 seconds. Comes and rolls off. And it spins around, hitting the deck on the inside. We're going to have a penalty kick. Penalty kick and a foul called on Grayson County. Now that, with 5.3 seconds on the clock, is not what you wanted. .3 seconds and you get whistled, and here comes a penalty kick. The PK coming. The penalty kick will be taken by Cameron Shores, it looks like. Going up against Haycraft. And it is into the back of the net. Barren County leads 2-0. That is a tough break for the Cougars here in these final couple of seconds of the first half. As we'll pretty much just roll this ball out and head in to the half. They'll blow the whistle, knock it back, and I think that's pretty much what we'll do with these final 5 seconds. Will Johnston will dribble it out, and that is the half. We'll step aside for this halftime break. We'll take a quick we want to thank some of our sponsors, Grayson County Schools, Midway Pharmacy, Future Designs, Leggett and Platt, Cormark, Owensboro Health. So we'll pay some bills, and we'll come back after the halftime break. But again, your score at the half is Barren County 2, Grayson County 0. This is Grayson County Cougar Soccer on K105.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-8338-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Not again. You don't mess with underground power lines.
Should have contacted 811. They'll mark those utility lines free.
Yeah, but this guy ain't real bright.
Neither is the neighborhood.
Know what's below 811 before you dig.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
What a tool! He could hit a gas line.
Wait, he's contacting 811.
They'll mark the underground utilities free.
Turns out he is smarter than he looks.
Know what's below 811 before you dig.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-8338-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is the start of the second half of play. First half was great. Barren County had that late penalty kick with about 5 seconds left that put them up by 2 goals after Grayson County had a sequence of about 5 minutes where they played really, really well. And that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. So it's 2-0. Barren County with the advantage against the Cougars of Grayson County. Ball sent up through as Grayson County is now switching sides and working from right to left on your TV screen. Over on the far side, Trojans taken away by the Cougars. Will Johnston was the player that came in. Johnston had a good first half. Ball up here comes to Alex Whitaker, who had a huge chance in the first half and could not punch it into the net. And it's one that you already know that when he gets home tonight and is sitting in bed right before he goes to sleep and is going to be thinking about this game, that shot is going to be replaying in his head over and over and over again. Ball ends up getting through, and some of the chairs, in fact, there's a chair sitting up there in front of, I'm not sure I've ever seen one of those. Sorry, my ADD brain is kicking in there. Well, it's like a lounge chair. We got a little pushing and shoving. Yeah. Throw it down here to the near side, and it's kicked out, and it's going to stay Trojans ball. So one pro to us being, I don't particularly love long-term being on the field level, but as here comes Grayson with a potential chance. It's a big run on, rolling it in, going wide to the left, and just missing it was Kaysen Williams. He was looking for his first career goal, and it just went a little bit wide. Williams has got great speed. He's one of the fastest players on the field tonight, and he showed it off there. I mean, he is fast. Hayden Bradley getting some of his first minutes for Grayson. Sliding down, I walked out onto the field during halftime, and it is slick, and there are some divots out there at different points. There was one standing right at about where Connor Lee is. Well, now he's moved back, but where clearly it looked like somebody took a sand wedge out there, or a pitching wedge or something, and took a huge old, not sure if our director Trey Cook was practicing golf out here earlier or something. He's on the golf team, and he replace your divots was pretty much what I wanted to say. It was a heck of a hack out of the ground. Caleb Self comes in and grabs the ball. Two 2-0. Barren has the lead against Grayson County. Rolls through, another chance, and falling down. That might have been where the moist grass took out Kason Williams. Sends through, slipping down a little bit. Ball up through. Here comes the run underneath for Max Bennett. Chasing is the Cougar defense, and it rolls in and is picked up by Haycraft on the inside. Coming up, Alex Whitaker. Connor Lee comes up and sends it off. Wyatt Clemens gets there, and it sends off and very close to hitting one of our cameras underneath, and that one was dangerously close. Lee gives chase. About 35 minutes left in the game. It is 2-0. Barren has the lead. A penalty kick goal and a goal early on, and this is the difference. Comes up here to the near side. Ball too much. Alex Skaggs. Throw in by Logan Gerber. Tell you, I've been trying to think about it as to what Barren County's jerseys remind me of. And they're chipping over to the far side, trying to set something up. Can the defense get set up? Getting through on the inside. It's still alive. It comes off, and Gary will chip, and it will go out of bounds. So a throw in coming for Barren. Kind of reminds me of the German team, the German national football team. As kind of with that, no, it's off of, they're going to say it's Grayson ball. Interesting. The official down on that far side had a better angle than I did. But it is kind of with that maroon and I know, Germany will have more orange and so on, but it's kind of like what it's reminded me of a little bit. So it's like the Germans and then, Grayson County out there in baby blue, like the Argentinians. Rolls back, and it's going to be picked up by the Barren County keeper Self.
Look how deep they are.
Comes up, and it goes out of bounds on that far side. As now the question is since Grayson County's wearing the baby blue like Argentina is, can somebody on this team turn into Messi? Which, that'd be pretty good. I'd like to have, one day with, heck, like to have 5 minutes with Messi's soccer ability. It'd be awesome. All up through, there is nobody back on defense for Barren. Barren really pushes it up, and that's kind of one of those things, if you're Grayson, is know that and put some pressure. Put some runs up and trust it. You've got Williams, who has it right now, is really good speed. Now, Barron's got good closing speed defensively, but Wyatt Clemens. Clemens comes. Grayson with a run. Clemens to the near side. Sends it up in, and it pops off the head of a Barren County defender on the inside. Grayson's still alive. Back into the middle, cleared out by Barren. Here comes a corner kick. Corner kick coming for Grayson County. As the corner is going to be taken by Connor Lee. Sends it off into the box, and it is picked up by the keeper. Sounds like we got a military helicopter or something flying above us. As with Grayson County being, as a roll comes in, potential chance for Barren County, but Wyatt Clemens, great defense to close it off and force. Is that a goal kick or is it a corner? It is going to be a corner kick. Great job by Wyatt Clemens. But with Grayson County being on the pathway in between Fort Campbell and Fort Knox, that's not an uncommon sound. It's here in the military planes. And I usually fly low. The corner kick coming for Barren County. Off and bounces in, and we're going to have a goal kick coming for Grayson. So goal kick coming here for the Cougars of Grayson. Under 30 minutes left. I think Cougars have played pretty well tonight, though. I mean, Barren County's a solid team. And I think if you're Ethan Salzman, he's got to be pretty happy. But a chance comes in, and it's wide right off the chance for Logan Gerber. Smacks off the chest of Zanardo for Barren. Cougars trying to use some of their speed.
Hey, watch eight. He's playing it to eight. Oh. Connor, you gotta be there. Oh, don't dodge on that. Back, Connor, come on.
Comes through. Up the near side, a ball comes through, and it is going to roll out of bounds just before Max Bennett could get there. Throw in coming for Wyatt Clemens. Back. Hayden Bradley. Right up the middle. He weaves through three. Gives the ball up to Whitaker. Nice back to the middle for Whitaker. Comes through. Barren did not save it before it goes out of bounds. I like it. Aiden Lee, he's standing behind us, Connor's older brother, and asked him, said, "Connor, are you tired?" Connor answered, "A little bit." He said, and Aiden's response was, "Well, play like you're not a little tired." And spoken like a true brother relationship. Gary tried to get there ahead of the Barren County player Fant. Back ball goes out, throw in Barren. Ball goes through. Haycraft tried to pop it up, and we had one that I thought when it was kicked was going to go over the fence, but didn't quite. We'll have a corner kick coming for the Trojans. In that far corner. It's a low kick on the bound. It sends back. Bobbles around a little bit, still alive, and it is still going in, just on the outer edge. Ripping one in, and it's into the back of the net. Barren County scores. Logan Gerber scores, and the Trojans lead 3-0. That was a heck of a goal for Barren County. That'll get it done. There's no question. See how the Cougars can potentially have an answer. 26 minutes to go. Comes through, Lee. Tried to split it. Comes up, Barren County with it. The Trojans. Ball sent through, it's a good one. A run coming in, and offside is the whistle. Offside is the whistle. About 25 minutes left in the contest. For Grayson County, their attention will turn towards a home match against Muhlenberg County on Friday. And on later on this week, the Barren County Trojans will host Allen County Scottsville. That will be on Thursday. Couple of players hit the deck. The turf monster grabs them. And it goes out, and I believe we will have a corner coming for the Trojans. Looks like it will be taken by Spencer Zanardo. In fact, now we have an injured player. It might be a cramp. As I saw a Barren County player calling for some water. And that's a heck of a throw somebody from the bench took. He needs some water to an extent. Trainer Scott Ballman, he's got his backpack on, and he's going to walk over. I'm hoping that is the case, that it is just a cramp for a Barren County player. Scott is making his slow trek in. You can see him if since you're watching with us. The guy that's walking there with the backpack. There he is. There we go. We'll follow him with our camera. And as per usual, Scott makes his trek, and the guy's okay. Scott's probably saying, well, now that I made it all the way over here, I'm going to make sure that I check you out. That's exactly what he's saying, and Scott says, okay, you're good. It's the best man in the business right there. One of the hardest working guys in Grayson County. These trainers, I'm sure Barren County's trainer is quite the same as, they're at everything. Corner kick coming for Barren County. Comes in, sends off, pops into the box, still alive on the inside, rolling down here to the near side. Gary kicks it out, and we're going to have a throw-in coming. Throw in for the Trojans. Right there on the right side of your screen. And it'll go out of bounds. Grayson County ball. We approach the halfway mark of the second half. Barren leads 3-0. Ball sent in. Some grass goes flying up into the air. A header goes off, and Haycraft's there to pick it up. That's where I wish we had like a 4K camera or something, because that the piece of turf went flying into the air after that was pretty wild. .22:40 left in the second half. And whistle blown, we're going to have some subs. Alex Whitaker re-enters for Grayson County. Barren on the far side, the Cougar defense, ball sent in, but it is wide to the left. Smacks in front of one of our cameras down in that area. In fact, it looks now, looking at set camera, it might have gotten hit at one point. We have a lot of stationary cameras that are set up around our field here today, and a couple that are operated, including one that's robotic operated by one of our director today. So our main camera, if it's a little slow at times, that's because it is run by like a robot. So, and it is not the easiest thing in the world to use. And it's our director's first ever time using it, and I can really say it's his first ever time as it rolls to the right. Great save by Haycraft. No, it does go in. I thought Haycraft had it, but it's a goal for Barren County instead. I thought he reached out and grabbed it, but it goes just beyond his reach, and it's 4-0 Barren. I believe that goal was by Austin Crane, the sophomore. .21:05 on the clock when that goal was put in. On that far side, Grayson with the ball. And here, if you're Grayson, you're just trying to, honestly, just a goal, as that one goes all the way through. Onside is the call, too. But closing speed for Hunter Johnson for Barren County closes that opportunity, as it was a foot race. Travis Haycraft was just lying there waiting. Couple players hit the deck. Gary was trying to go at it. It's off of him. Throw in quickly, Barren on that far side. We'll end up going out of bounds. We want to invite you to join us on Friday evening. Cougar football team will take on Edmonson County in the Tobacco Bowl. Grayson County looking to claim the tobacco stick. We got a new keeper into the game here for Barren County. The all pink, even matching with the cleats, is the new keeper. I'm assuming that's Tristan Brooks. He's been the only other player that has logged minutes in goal for Barren. As there's a corner coming, and just sit back. We'll get back to that Edmonson County game here in just a moment after this attack. Bounces around on the interior. Comes up, sliding tackle, and it'll be a corner kick, I believe, and slow to get up after the play for Barren County, and slow to get up for Grayson County as well. Those are two guys going hard, and both players appear to be okay. But we will have another corner kick coming for the Trojans of Barren County. Sent up, popped into the air. Haycraft goes up to grab it. Can the Cougs turn this into something? But Grayson, that's a good ball there by Haycraft over the midfield line. Good job by Travis Haycraft. He falls, he spins, and we're going to have a foul whistled and a kick coming. And the official told the Barren County player, said, hey, probably just more of a warning. Kick coming, sent in off the leg of Lee on the inside. Rolls through, and I think it hit the official. And it'll be a drop ball because it hit the official. It's interesting the different, rules per sports of whether it hits the official, what happens. We got some subs in here for Barren County. But again, on Friday night, Cougar football team takes on Edmonson County. 7 o'clock will be the start time of that game. You can listen to that game at 6:30 over on K105 or watch that as well at 6:30 p.m. Be a good game coming on between the Cougs and the Cats. Grayson County looking to win the tobacco stick for the fifth straight time, as it would be the 5th and 6th years, because there was no tobacco bowl in 2020 because of COVID. But I know that we're really excited to get going. You can join myself and the former Cougar quarterback, Kaylor Decker, with a call of that game. If you're watching with us, which of course you are, just come back to the same spot on the YouTube stream, and we'll have the broadcast for you. We're real excited to get that ready and rolling and ready to go. Connor Lee with about 16 to go. On the far side, here comes the chance, falling down in the box, still alive. Up it comes, and kicking the ball out of bounds for Grayson County is Alex Skaggs. Barren County have been very aggressive with the substitutions today, using them to their advantage. Got about 15 to go. A little too much on the touch from Hayden Bradley. Wyatt Clemens is going for a bicycle kick. And we're going to have a corner kick coming instead. We'll be next week at the volleyball court as Whitesville Trinity will come here to Grayson County High School for some volleyball action. Not sure if our director, Trey Cook, will be there or not. You'll just have to wait and see. He might be on the golf course. Watching, hitting some holes in ones and hopefully eagling a couple of times. Way off to the right on the shot and smacks off the back, and it bounces right in front of our camera back there, and Barren County player going to have to go and grab it, and we're good. Luckily, it didn't end up hitting the camera. It had to have been hit at some point because it is not in the position that we located it that early. Maybe we'll just blame our camera operator, Eli Smith. think that's easy to go with. Or we'll blame Chase Blaine or Cole Snyder. Blame one of them, one of our old crew members. I'm sure they had something to do with it. I know Chase Blaine was watching a little bit earlier on today. He's a big soccer guy, loves it. Into the air, it smacks off into the air, and we just had maybe two knees clagged together, and luckily everyone seems to be okay as Carson Collins for Barren County was down for a couple of extra seconds. He might have made contact with Connor Lee. Corner kick coming for Collins. Pops up, into the air it comes. Clemens sends it back. Rolling down here to the near side. Goes out, throw in coming for the Trojans. Just about 12 and a half to go. Comes up, it kicks out. Off into the air. Out of bounds, throw in for Barren will be taken by Dawson Walker. Lee falls down on the outer edge of the box. It's still alive. Lee clears it out. Through ball goes through. Williams tried to get there quick, but couldn't in time. Good job by Alex Whitaker. Gets around. Whitaker has some trailers behind him. Brandon Baxter loses it back. Connor Lee, though, picks it back up. Into the middle. Falling down was, I believe it might have been Preston Gary. Now someone wears it off the chest of Noah Higdon. Noah Higdon has a chance coming, and Barren County slides, falling down. It's still alive in the box. Bounces around, and finally it is still alive technically on the outer edge. Connor Lee, he slides down as the ball goes in, and finally Barren clears it out. That's where you saw, that's one of the first times that the wet grass really has had an impact in this game. I think, 3 or 4 Cougars fell down in that sequence. It's almost like they started playing, ice hockey instead of soccer based on slipping left and right. At least that would be me out there in ice hockey. Been figure skating once, or ice skating once, and it didn't end well. Did not end well. And if you had me talking about ice skating on your bingo card, congratulations. Maybe you got a bingo today. Not enough on it. Baxter had to recover. Up into the far corner, Cason Williams. And it rolls just to the left. No one could get a touch on it. Connor Lee goes out and a little slow to get up in the box. And we are going to have a corner kick for Grayson County. We'll try to see who is going to take it for Grayson. It is going to be Connor Lee, it appears. His brother standing right there cheering him on. Lee getting it into the right position. Sends it off, and it is off the side of the goalpost and goes out of bounds. Well, we had just about as good of a camera angle as you possibly could have on that. Courtesy of one Eli Smith. Rolls here to the near side. Brandon Baxter comes in to pick it up. Baxter to Whitaker. Whitaker comes back, rolls it off, didn't get quite enough on it. Kind of slipped a little bit, tried to make the hold on it. Coming up here to the near side, Wyatt Clemens dives into the stands to make a play and saves it from going out. Whitaker in the middle. And it'll go out of bounds. Throw in Grayson. Got a couple of subs for the Cougars. Andrew Hanshaw and Logan Broom to check in for the orange and blue. Throw in for Grayson County, Alex Skaggs, and Alex Skaggs has got a great head of hair for the Cougars. I'm talking about A-plus hair, and I'm hoping that we get a camera angle that can show that at some point. Maybe we can cut to down the field camera or something at some point that we get a good angle of him. Our official's blocking it. Trey Cook, our director, will make sure that we get that at some point, and when he does, he's going to bump me so I can make another comment on it because I am jealous. Someone that, has hair and is thankful to have a head of hair. I'm jealous of one, Alex Skaggs. I'm not even sure that we can call it a Kentucky waterfall or what. Noah Higdon kind of slipped, goes high and over top of the goal, and we will have coming up. So we'll try to see. In fact, maybe we can go right down the middle right now. He's still being blocked a little bit. He's standing straight away. Almost need him to come run and put the flow in the camera. Back up to the far side. Let the flow flow is what I say. Williams sends it in, and just a bit wide. Williams has played really well for the Cougs tonight. Under 6 minutes and counting to play in the game. Grayson County trails Barren County 4-0. Slide tackle. Gary made a play on it. Through it, knocks out, throw in coming. Got a little boy for Barren County that's been running around, and he just found his way on the field really quick, and the official was luckily right there on top of it to say, hey, gotta be on this side, bud. He's probably, I don't know, maybe 4 would be my assumption. He's been having a heck of a time. Ball up through, one-on-one, and Haycraft goes diving after, but it's well wide to the left anyways. Cougar substitution. Mason Fletcher in for Grayson County. The closing moments of the game. Here's the Trojans will be on their way to moving on to 2-1 on the year unless Grayson County can make some kind of comeback. Barren County slide tackle in, hits off the back of Alex Skaggs on the inside. The flow helped him out on making the tackle, and here comes Grayson. Whitaker into the middle. Balling through, bobbling off of a couple of Barren County players, sends it in, but it's picked up on the low bounce by Brooks. The all-pink of Tristan Brooks, and he sends it right up into the air. Here it comes towards us, and look at it. Here we go. We get our first play into our broadcast booth of the year. And how about the play? We got to give Trey Cook, maybe like a C+ on the return. It was a little low on the return. You got to make sure you get the hand underneath of it and lift it into the air. Moore did a line drive on the ground. It's okay. It's his first day. He'll get better. Illegal throw-in called on Grayson. It'll be a throw-in coming now for Barren. He'll learn. I don't think we had a camera that picked it up, or you at home could judge it as well. Whitaker. Through, take it away. And we're going to have a push called on the Trojans. Final couple of minutes of the game. 4-0. I do want to make sure, too, we give a shout-out to our camera. We fed the hamster in between the two games, and he's been good. Gave him a little pep talk, and after a very moody first game, pretty stellar second game. So we give him a lot of props as well. Give him a raise. Sub in for Grayson County will be Travis Haycraft here with about 2 minutes to go. Barren County will move to 2-1. Grayson County will fall to 1-2. Cougs will host Muhlenberg County on Friday. So it'll be perfect if you're wanting to check out the Cougs taking on the Mustangs of Muhlenberg County. That'll be a 6 o'clock start time here at Grayson County High School. If you're wanting to watch the football game as well, make sure that you could go to the soccer game and join us listening either on your radio or your smartphone using the K105 app, or just watching the game and cheering on both, as we'll be here as the Cougs take on the Cats down in Brownsville. We're excited to get ready for football season. And I want to wish Barren County as well the best of luck. And if you're a Barren County fan, you got yourself a treat as well, seeing one of the best in the business, and Jay Turner being the voice of Barren County sports. It doesn't get much better than Jay and his crew. They do great work, and the best part about Jay Turner is he is as nice of a person as you will meet in the broadcasting industry. Minute to go. Barren leads 4-0, and that will more than likely be how we wrap it up. Comes down out of bounds. We're going to have a corner kick on the far side for the Trojans. As the corner comes. Sending it off on the inside. Chipping over top, and Haycraft makes a great save on the inside. And what a boot by Haycraft as well, but great defense to stop it by Michael Shores. 5 seconds left. Will Barren try and put another one in or not? We're going. Haycraft makes the dive, and that will do it. Barren County defeats Grayson County 4-0. We're going to take a 1.5-minute break, come back and wrap it up after this. Again, your final score, Barren County 4, Grayson County 0. This is Cougar Soccer on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School, where the Cougars fall tonight to Barren County by a final score of 4-0. As a reminder that we will be back on Friday. The Grayson County football team will travel to Brownsville to take on Edmonson County. We'll have the coverage of that game beginning with the Locker Room Show at 6:30. You'll be able to watch that game right here on K105 Digital Productions or listen on the radio side, K105, 104.9 on your radio dial. Download the K105 app. Make sure you don't miss any of the action of the Cougar football season. We'll be back with the Cougar boys soccer team September the 7th as they will host Marion County here at Grayson County High School. We look forward to jumping into that. That'll wrap up our coverage tonight. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was Eli Smith and your director was Trey Cook. So tonight where the Cougars fall 4-0 to Barren County, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.